Good morning, YouTube. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Hello, Facebook land. All right, hopefully you guys can hear me too. Roll in, folks. Starting in 5 minutes. All you need today is math. Keeping it simple. Good morning. Hey, Facebook. Hey, YouTube. Just setting up, making sure everything's cool here, that you can hear me, that you can see me. Music isn't like essential. It's just kind of on in the background, so don't worry about it. If you can't hear it, if you want to hear it, let me know. But good morning. Today we are doing Pilates mat and we are doing spiraling of the spine. So be prepared for some twists on your classical Pilates moves. So good morning. Drop a note. Let me know who's here. All you need today is a mat and we start at 8 o'clock sharp. So you got 4 minutes to roll in, folks. Good morning. Good morning, my woman. Hey. So you start in like 4.5 minutes. Nothing needed today except for your body and your mat. And you are going to be doing some twists and spiraling variations of the exercises that you've been learning in the past few weeks. So yay. I was just sitting here studying for Saturday. Saturday being the gateway to the lungs. And tomorrow we are doing bar. Free flow bar. Make sure you can see me. You can see my mat. I'm going to stand up. You can see my head. You can hear me. Give me a thumbs up. Music isn't super essential today. If you can hear it, great. If not, it's fine. It's just kind of keep me motivated. It's a rainy, dreary day. So good morning. Good morning. Hey, Kimmy. So we are going to be working the core today. We're going to spiral the spine today. When I'm done with you, you're going to feel deliciously ready to tackle your day. So tomorrow, 8 o'clock is bar. Saturday, 9:45 is yoga, gateway to the lungs. So we're really be opening up the heart and finding our extension and regaining our postural strength. So be sure to join me for that. We'll talk a little bit about next week. Check out this weekend for any changes in the schedule. I'm returning back to work remotely for the most part right now, but just making sure I can get everything done in my day. So I might need to go to just 3 classes per week instead of 5, just to give myself some time to get my work done. Hey, it's all good. So keep rolling in. We're starting in 2 minutes. You need a mat. You need your body. You're going to need your breath. And pull in your friends. And we'll get going here soon. Good morning. So make sure that you have water handy if you'd like it. Again, today we're doing a lot of spiraling. So it should feel really lovely, actually, when we're done. You should get a good workout, but also maybe feel a little taller and a little more open. Just ready to tackle your day. So be ready for some spiraling. Be ready for some twists, but in the Pilates work. So not yoga. Starting in a minute. Keep rolling in. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock bar. Fresh new playlist. Never been heard before in any of my classes. That also means I have 0 choreography, so we're gonna wing it. But you guys know I love that. And Saturday is going to be yoga, gateway to the lungs. Be ready for that as well. I'm in a dancing mood today, but I'm going to try to save it for tomorrow. I was walking the past couple of days when the weather allows, listening to my new playlist for Friday and completely like entertaining folks probably because I'm getting it on the walking path, but whatever. Brings a smile to their face, great. All right, starting in a minute, I think. I feel like I just said that. Ah, there it is. Okay, so here we go. Let's roll it out. I'm gonna put my studying away for another moment. Probably like 10 o'clock tonight moment, but whatever. Okay, cool. So let's start at the back of your mat. And I want you to start on your feet, please. I'm gonna pull up yet another little ponytail here because I end up in this like curtain of hair. All right. Starting at the back of your mat, feet are parallel distance apart, sits bones width apart. Hands are relaxed by your side here for the moment. Just take a deep breath in. Maybe your eyes drift closed. Maybe they're open, just staring at a space ahead, somewhere that's just indistinct, really not taking your attention. Take a deep breath in and another deep breath out. On your next inhale, lift up off of the heels onto the toes. Exhale, float your heels back down. And again, inhale, rising up. And exhale, floating right back down. One more time, inhale, rising up through the heels. Exhale, floating down. Now this time, we're going to inhale, lift the hands up as well. And then as you exhale, settle the heels down, lean to the left. Come back through center. Lifting up through the hands, up through the heels. Lowering the heels, lean to the right. Good. Come back through center. Keep those hands up. Lift the heels, lower the heels, lean to the left. And think grow tall to tip. Lift the heels, breathing in, breathing out, lower the heels, lean to the right. Good. One more on each side, lifting up, flowing it down, leaning to the left. Inhale, rising up through center, settling the heels down, leaning to the right, anchoring that left hip low, bringing the hands down by your sides. From here, bring your feet closer together. Inhale, rise up through the arms. The heels can stay down. On your exhale, tuck your chin, start to roll and peel your spine down. Inhale at the bottom and then exhale, stack back up, really zipping up that abdominal wall to lift the spine back upright. One more time here. Inhaling at the top, exhale, rolling down. One vertebrae at a time. Inhale, stacking back up, one vertebrae at a time, all the way up. Now cross your right foot over your left, just like so. Cross. Make sure that the four corners of both of your feet are still firmly planted in the floor. And now your mind might be a little tricked, like, wait, which one's right, which one's left? But just put your right over your left and then plant the feet. Reach your arms up. You can connect your hands and soften your elbows. And now take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, lean to the left. Feel how the right side of the body starts to stretch. Now, nod your chin towards your chest and start to kind of dive down the left side of your body. When you get to the bottom center, just come right through center and then take your hands over towards the right side of your mat and then roll back up your spine. Inhaling at the top. We're going to do that again on the same side. So exhale, tuck the chin, start to dive down the left side of your body. Rolling, drawing the core up, up, up away from the floor. As you make your way through center, hands go towards the right side of the mat and then tuck your tail under, sending it towards your heels, reaching up through the spine, finding your length at the top. We do it again. Inhale, and on your exhale, leaning to the left. Tuck the chin, roll down through the spine. Rolling through center, coming over to the right side, rolling back up. Some of you might be like, that's a lot harder than it looks. It's really great for your proprioception. Put your hands down. All spirals are, in fact. Settle the feet and now put your left foot on top of your right. And engage your kneecaps, pull those quads tight, press the heels in, find the two corners of each toe base as well, even though your brain's gonna feel switched. Left over right, hands go up, connect the palms, you can bend your elbows here slightly, taking pressure off your shoulders. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, go ahead and tuck your chin towards your chest, dive down the right side of your body. Making sure that head is heavy, rolling through center, coming over to the left side of the mat, finding your way up, and you're going to find one side maybe more cooperative than the other. Obviously, this one is my shakier side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, dive down the right side of your body. Nice and steady. Inhale through the bottom. Exhale, roll up one vertebrae at a time up that left side. Feel that spiral. Good. Inhale through center. Exhale, twisting and diving down the right side of the body. Inhale, coming through center. Exhale, stacking back up one vertebrae at a time. Coming to the top, bringing the feet again side to side. And then inhale at the top, exhale, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Let the hands connect, bend the knees if you need to. Take your hands and walk them out the length of your mat, finding your high plank. Good. From here, take the knees down to the floor, and then push yourself back into rest pose. But for rest pose in this position, it's not child's pose. Rest pose, we keep the toes tucked under, take the hips high over the heels, arch the spine, and imagine, if you will, your abdominals are pulled up and in, that you're the number 2. Now inhale, come forward with the heart and give a little bit of a cat, if you are a cat-cow, I should say. And then exhale, as you come back to rest pose, this time I want you to push more towards the right side. Inhale, bring your heart through center. Exhale, tuck the tail under, arch the spine, sit heavier in the left hip. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, tuck the hips. Good. Now this is not passive, meaning as I exhale, I'm drawing my abdominals in, just as if I were doing like a lower abdominal curl. So this is very active. It's not just a sit back into gravity, but a pull away from the hands. Inhale back through. Exhale, pull away from the hands. Come back through center, cross the ankles behind you, roll over your feet, find your bum. Scoot yourself forward, and then bring your feet to this sits bones width distance. Make sure your knees match. Often we let our knees flop to the sides or we squeeze them in. So you want to set yourself in rails here, a narrow railroad track. So bringing the hands up to the chest, take a deep breath in. On your exhale, tuck the tail under. Imagine your feet are trying to pull your mat away from your bum. Feel the scoop of the abdominals. Inhale, stack back up. I want 3 more here. Exhale, tucking the hips, rolling to the hip. Inhale, coming back up to the top of the sits bones and tailbone. Exhale, tuck the tail under, push away with the feet so they don't move. Inhale, pull the feet under you. Exhale, when I say that, the feet don't move. It's a sensation of pulling and pushing with the foot. Now this time, as you start to tuck the tail and push the feet into the length of the mat, spiral open to the left. Come back up through to center. Exhale, tuck the tail, engage the core, spiral to the right. Inhale, back up through center. Now in class, I used to say, open up the newspaper. Oh, nothing's good in it. Close it back up. Exhale, open the newspaper. Nothing in there. Stack it back up. Good. Exhale. And inhale, rising back up. Exhale. Inhale, rising back up. I don't read the news and I don't watch the news. I read lots of anatomy books and lots of subtle anatomy books, and just lots of books in general. So stay away from the news. Exhale, and that's always, not just recently. Inhale up, and then exhale. Good. Coming back up through center, we're going to go a little bit further. It's going to be a little bit harder. So perhaps if your shoulders are already starting to feel a little bit of tension from holding your arms up, cross your hands over your chest. Give them a break. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, tuck the tail under. Come all the way to the waist. And then back up. All the way. Can you keep your feet low to the floor? Exhale, tuck the tail. Rolling down. Inhale. Pull the feet under you as you come up. Exhale, push the feet into the mat. Roll. And then up. On this next one, we're going to stay down there in that hover, just touching the waist to the floor. Touching the waist. Stay. Twist to the left. Twist to the right. Twist to the left. Twist to the right. Keep those hips steady. Unmoving. It's really hard to talk and twist, by the way. One more. Each side. Now, come to center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, up you go. Inhale at the top. Excellent, you made it. Hands behind the thighs. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, roll all the way down. One vertebrae at a time. Here you can keep your knees slightly bent if the Pilates roll-up is still a challenge for you, because once you get to a certain point where you're into your waist, you can always use your hands up your thighs for a little assistance, but I don't want you to arm curl yourself up consistently. Keep trying to engage your abdominals to come up. Otherwise, straighten your legs. Pick them nice and straight there at the bottom. Inhale, reach the hands towards the ceiling. Melt the shoulders down and back. Gently nod the chin in towards the chest. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, roll up, Pilates roll up, right over. Inhale, stack. Exhale, tuck. Roll to the waist, roll to the ribs, head down. Inhale. Exhale, nod. Roll up and over. Now, if the roll-up isn't in your practice, again, you just try coming up the floor as high as you can and go right back down. It might end up like little abdominal curls for you, but that's okay because it's strengthening the core root of what you need. Or maybe you join me right here at the top where you just roll into the spine stretch and stack back up to the posture. Okay, so meet us where you are. Wherever your body is, that's where its work is. So be kind. Don't baby the body. It's capable of many, many things. The body is capable of almost anything. It's the mind you have to convince. We can contribute that to Vince Lombardi. Inhale here. Exhale, roll. Up, up, up. Draw those abdominals up, up, up away from the thighs to stretch the spine over the body. Inhale, stack. Sit tall. Exhale, tuck the hips. Roll. It's time to add some spirals, folks. Exhale, up you go. I want you to send the right hand forward. We're sneaking right into saw. And then coming back up through center. Exhale, we're going to roll all the way down. Merging the two exercises. Inhale. Exhale, nod the chin. Roll up. Engage those abdominals. Send the left hand forward, right hand back. Inhale to stack. Exhale. Now, if you have diastasis recti, if you have pelvic floor dysfunction, this exercise most likely isn't for you, depending on your stage of healing. So you're like, okay, so what do I do? Forget the whole floor part. Stay up here. Exhale, saw the left hand with us. Inhale, stack up. Really engage into the brow line and open your breath. Open your pelvis. And then as we roll back up and go to the right, you join us with an exhale. So it slows down a little bit for you so you can really focus on, as you're sitting up, that you're able to open your rib cage and open your pelvis, because sometimes we hold too much tension, which results in too much abdominal air pressure, and then that problem just continues for us. So take a moment there at the top to really expand into your breath, ribs and hips, and then join us on this exhale forward. Inhale to stack. One more time, folks. Exhale up to the left, stacking back up, and release the hands. Speaking of which, I do have a 12-week program called Core Restore. Maybe I run it online. Drop me a note if that's something of interest to you there in the comments after class. So from here, let's bring the feet together. Knees together as well. Good. Bringing the hands back. So fingertips can reach towards the hips or fingertips can reach over the edges of the mat, whichever feels more comfortable. But then I want you to imagine that you're basically like a 1940s pinup model. So before you just slouch in here, I want you to pin the shoulders back towards the spine, lift the heart, and then engage the core. Good. Walk the feet in a little bit closer. Deep breath in here. On your exhale, engage the core and engage the quad to float the right leg up. Knees stay side by side. Inhale down. Exhale, float the left. Inhale. Exhale, float the right. Inhale, keeping that pressing away of the floor, keeping the heart high, toes are light, core is holding you in balance. And now we're going to add to this. After this last set here, finish off on the right to make it even. Now adding a spiral. As the left hand or left foot comes up, right hand spirals around to touch the ankle. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left hand comes around to the right, back to center. Now you might find that your support elbow needs to bend a little bit to make it happen. And that's okay. But what I want you to avoid is the slouch to make it happen. Exhale, the abdominals draw up. Inhale, exhale. And when I say inhale, release any clenching in the abdominals. Let your breath move. One more on each side. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Good job. Set the feet back down. Take a deep breath in at the top and exhale, roll all the way down, one vertebrae at a time. Good. From here, bring the right leg to tabletop. Bring the left leg to meet it. And you can put a little imprint in your spine if necessary, but otherwise try to keep your spine long and in neutral. We're going to go into single leg reach, alternating. So we're going to go to one leg at a time. 90-degree angle in the legs. Feel the top of the hip open and the top of the hip close. Right there, if you can imagine a bungee cord or a packing strap attached at the bottom rib to the top of the hip, it extends and pulls, extends and pulls. Knees stay 90 degrees. One more on each side. Going to double. So both knees go down. Now, diastasis recti, folks, put your hand on your belly. If you start to lower those legs and that belly starts to dome into your hands, or for that matter, if it happens to anyone, go back to single or don't go all the way to the floor with your toes. The moment your belly starts to dome, if you cannot engage your core and draw your belly towards your spine, that's your end of motion. Now we're going to add a little spiral to this. So as I go to dip my toes, I'm going to twist my knees to the left and dip. Bring it back up through center. Twist the knees to the right and dip. Inhale through center. Exhale to dip. For some of you, it might be more nourishing to take your inhale on the way down and your exhale on the way up. It depends on what you have going on within your hip bowl. So if that feels more supportive and engaging, then take that breath instead. And again, you don't have to take your toes all the way to the floor. Some of you might be right here at the top without that belly doming. Honor your body, please. We have a lot of doming we need to talk. Good. Settle the feet down. Place them in line with your sits bones, hands by your side, pressing your thumbs into the floor. Take a deep breath in. On your breath out, push your hips into the sky. Good. We're going to do a neutral spine bridge. So it'll look like this. You're going to inhale down. Actually, I should reverse that. Let's take your exhale down. Let's take your inhale up. Feel how that breath becomes an airbag around your spine, keeping it safe, and then exhale, melt to the earth. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. So we're not snaking this bridge. We are taking it up like a piston and then right back down. Spine stays straight. We're not snaking those vertebrae. Then down. 2 more times. Lift. Notice your knees. Are they going in or out? Keep them steady. And release back down. Now we're going to add a little twist. So up at the top. And bridges are good for everyone, by the way, especially my DR folks. So join in. Hips are high. My knees are going to stay stationary. My knees are going to stay hip width apart. I'm going to just drop one hip low. Push both hip bones level again. Drop the left hip bone low. Push both hip bones level. My butt does not touch the floor as this happens. So continue to just give it a little dip and twist. I'll also turn so you can see a different angle perhaps, okay? So if I'm here, hopefully you can see me. My hips are level. I'm going to dip and dip. Notice my knees stay equal distance apart. Inner thighs are on. But I'm watching my hip bones here. That they dip and then press. Dip and then press. Keep going. I could kind of do these all day. I love these. Breathing in and out. Find a steady rhythm. One more on each side. And then roll down one vertebrae at a time. Good. Bring your right leg up, left leg down. So left leg on the floor. Flex those toes back towards the shins. Lift your right knee to tabletop position. Now we're going to make little circles here. And I want everyone to start small. We're going to do 2 more in this direction. And then I'm going to ask you to reverse. Now breathe in, breathe out as the leg comes over. Breathe in. The closer your leg towards your belly, that's your breath out. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Noticing the hips stay still. We're going to repeat that same side, but now lengthen the leg if you're able. If your leg says no way, just come back to a bent for a second set. We're going to cross over the body, go down, around, and up. It's inhale, down, around, exhale, up. Now here, notice if your hips want to swivel and sway. Keep them still. We're going to add the spiral in a moment. But first, let's build our stabilizers. 1 more. And then we're going to reverse the direction. So go out to the side, down or over and up. Out to the side, down, over and up. 4 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Now, bend the knee again. Take the knee over, spiral the hips with it, bring the leg around and up. So now I want you to add that little hip twist, but keep the knee bent here for the moment. So you are going to roll off that right hip and around, roll off the right hip and around last time. And then you're going to reverse your direction. Take it out to the side, roll it over, bringing the hip. Out to the side, roll it over, bringing the hip. And again. Just a few more times. Breathe in, breathe out. Where's that song when I need it? Last time. Now, hug the knee in. A little spiraling stretch for you here. So if my right knee is up, typically we hold it with the right hand. So what I want you to do is I want you to take the right hand to the inside of the knee, wrap your fingertips around the front of your shin there where it meets the kneecap so that you have this inverted grip of your leg. So wrist to the inside of the knee, wrap the fingers around the shin. Now, solidify that right shoulder in its pocket and then tell your knee to press down and out in that right hand. It should feel like a pretty good stretch. Maybe you roll that ankle of that right foot. Give it some circles in each direction. And then engaging the right inner thigh, pull the leg back in, settle the right leg down to the floor. Maybe you readjust all of your bones. That spiraling, we can start to feel a little off, but now we're going to bring the left side in, so hopefully we feel balanced all together when we're done. Bringing the left knee in towards the chest, give it a squeeze here for a moment, a stretch, and then put that right knee back out over the hip line. Taking a deep breath in, cross that leg over the body, down, around, and up. On this one, we're keeping our hips still. So both butt cheeks, both sides of the sacrum equally balanced on the floor, despite the circling of the left leg. 2 more here. Last one. And then I'm going to ask you to reverse. So take it out to the side, down, exhale, up. Inhale, out, down, exhale, up. Inhale, out, down, exhale, up. 3 more, watching those ribs if they're wanting to flare. Watching those hips, keeping them steady for this round. And last one here. We're going to repeat with a bent leg for those of you who are not able to straighten your leg. If you are able to straighten your leg, do so. We're going to cross it, but keep this left butt cheek down, steady on the floor. Take it around and up. Over, down, around, exhale, up. Inhale, over, down, around, exhale, up. Is your right toe still flexed? Your right toes? Solidifying that right leg. Giving it stability so the left leg has permission to move. Let's reverse that. Take it out to the side. Sweep it down, around, exhale, up. Inhale, out, down, exhale, up. Inhale, out, down, exhale, up. Inhale, out, down, exhale, up. 2 more. Last one. And now everyone bend your knee. We're going to take the spiral of the spine into it. Taking the knee over the chest, we'll lift off of that left butt cheek. Take the knee down, sweep it around and up. Twist, around and up. Inhale, exhale, back to center. Inhale, twist, exhale, back to center. 2 more times. Exhale to center, and again, exhale to center. Switching sides, or switching direction, I should say. Take it out, over, and up. Out, over, sweep it, bring that hip up. Out, inhale, twist, exhale. Out, inhale, twist, exhale. Last one. And release the right leg. Good. From here, take your hands over your chest wall. Deep breath in. Flex those toes. Exhale, nod your chin and roll up. All the way, if you have DR, roll to your side and push yourself up. Good. Coming all the way up. Sitting tall. Bring the feet together. Good. From here, I'm going to turn a little bit, mainly because of my screen. But we're going to twist today, but we're going to add a spiral to it. But first, let's start with the standard twist. So we're here. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, you're going to twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist. Notice my feet are as if they are placing an entire footprint on the wall. My legs are engaged and solid. I'm perched on my tush, pulling my sits bones up and in. Sitting tall through the spine. Not pulling my head forward. Keeping my ribs over my hips. Are we going to add to this? You better believe it. Take those arms out long. You're going to twist, touch the floor, lift the right arm. Come back through center, twist, Right hand goes back on the floor, lift the left arm. Come back through center. Left hand touches, right arm lifts. Now this is a very gentle spiral. And this is where you can stay if this is what your body needs today. Twisting through, settling the hand, and just finding that reach, opening up all of that beautiful side body. But if you'd like to maybe go a little bit further with it, we're going to add to it. So when you bring your left hand to the floor the next time, you're going to point your toes. When you touch that hand to the floor, point your toes simultaneously. And then you're going to press up. Pull down. When you come through center, flex the feet. Put the right hand down behind you. Point the toes. Press up. Float right back down. Now, that's intense for all of the shoulder girdle. If it's not in your practice, another thing that you can do is pull. If you're not quite there yet, you need an in-between, a half size or half cup. You ladies know what I mean. Then you're going to pull this same foot in with the hand. So left hand, left foot comes in. Now you can push. Come right back down so we don't have two straight legs. As you twist through, flex the feet, place the right hand down, put the right foot on the floor. Now press. Whoops, and come back down through. I overreached on that one. Come through, press. Good. So it's just about finding a spiral. Like I want you to just feel like a dancer who's going to spiral up. Good. Coming back down and through. So find what feels good and natural for you. Coming through. Feet slide and flex. As you bring that right hand back, right foot comes in and just push that right foot and right hand into the floor. And get some length in that left ankle. And then flex. And then again, we're going to do one more on each side. It's kind of like a back bend meets a side plank. Come back through to center. Beautiful. Rest your arms. Now, meet me on your side. We're going to stay on our elbow today for this kick. And you know the standard here. So engaging the rib, pulling that armpit hollow, pulling your rib cage up, pulling that bottom waist up. Elongate your top leg. Bottom leg can stay bent for balance. Exhale, pulls the leg forward on the plane, parallel with the floor. Inhale, pulls the leg back. Let's do a handful here together. Just getting our body integrated into this movement. Remembering our precision, our breath. Exhale. Inhale, our control, and all of those things that are incorporated into the Pilates principles. But then that last principle, flow, I always think breeds a little bit more freedom and creativity. So as you bring the leg forward, you're there. Lovely. But let's bring that top hand off the floor. As you sweep the leg back, I want you to send your heart forward and that right hand up. So it almost feels like you're in like a little bit of a swan, right? And then exhale, pull, maybe bring that arm all the way back. And then inhale, heart goes forward as the leg kicks kind of back and up and arm reaches up. If somebody were like pulling you on the diagonals, right? Lift, inhale. Exhale, pull forward. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, pull forward. Inhale, reach back. And again, reaching back. Last one, inhale. That was the wrong breath, but it's Thursday, right? Bring your hand down. Beautiful job. So from here, let's go ahead and switch the other side and do that spiral leg kick on the other side. So on the elbow, engaging the rib cage, engaging that bottom waist as if you were trying to hollow out and make this cave under your side body. And then bending the bottom leg gently, lengthening the top leg. And then this hand can come here to the floor for a moment. You're going to flex and pull. Exhale, flex. Inhale, pull. Remember, We're trying to keep the head long, the spine long, and avoiding flexing and pulling of the spine, but keeping it here at the hip and at the glutes, so the back hip. 2 more times, flexing, pull back, flexing, pull back. Now adding in. So as you flex the foot, maybe you reach that arm back. Inhale, send the heart forward, lengthen the leg back and up, arm back and up. And then exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. Good. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. 2 more. Last one. And settle it down. I'm going to have you roll to your belly. Hands are right by the shoulders. We're going to go into a little bit of swan dive prep. So the feet are extended. Sits bones width apart. Feet are flat on the floor. So tops of the feet. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, roll down. Walk your hands in a little bit more center. So more in line with the fronts of your shoulders, almost towards your chest line, but not too narrow, not a diamond. As you press up, your right hand should be able to take your weight, and you're going to spiral your left hand back. Come all the way back down. Inhale, rise up. Left hand takes your weight, right hand spirals around. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale up. Right hand takes the weight, left hand spirals back. Lower down. Inhale, rise up. Left hand takes the weight, right hand spirals back. And now we're going to keep it low. So keeping the feet on the floor, press the pubic bone into the floor. Try to do it from the lower abdominals contracting, not the glutes clenching. Reach both arms forward and lift the heart as if you were doing just the upper body swimming. No legs, the legs stay connected. Spiral the left arm back. As the left arm comes forward, take the right arm back. Left arm back, right forward, and switch. And switch. And switch. Now, as you switch, the arm that comes forward, see if you can turn that ear towards its arm, like you're swimming. And then as you switch, ear towards the arm. And switch, so spiraling the tippy top of the spine. And switch. If your lower back is like, hey, check back in. Is your pubic bone still pressing down? Or your core muscles still engaged? One more on each side. And then relax. We're going to add to that. But before we do, go ahead and bend your knees here for a moment and just windshield wiper your legs back and forth. And then we're going to add to it. So from here, take your hands. You're going to want to watch me do this first because it's going to be hard for me to talk and show you because of the head placement. So I'll show you and then you're going to join in, okay? So I'm going to take my face flat towards my mat, nose and chin level. My feet are firmly planted into the floor. I'm going to firm my legs, press my pubic bone down by engaging my lower abdominals. Hands are going to go behind my head, but they're very light. I'm not pulling my head. I'm then going to press my head up, not because I've taken my chin from my chest, but because I'm lifting up through the canyon of my spine, pressing the back of my head into my hands, and I'm going to twist. Right elbow towards the floor. Lift back to center. This is important. And then come back down. Lift to center. Twist left elbow towards the floor. Come back to center and back down. You ready? Here we go. So flatten your face towards the mat. Keep the length of your neck. No wrinkles in your neck. In the back of your neck. Good. Firm your legs. Firm your feet. Press your pubic bone. Engage your core. Inhale. Rise up. Keeping the elbows wide, armpits open, twist the left elbow towards the floor or the right one. Whichever one you did is fine. Come back down to center. Come back up through center. Twist. Center. Down. Breathe in. Lift. twist, center, breathe. Inhale up, twist, center, exhale, relax. Inhale, lift, twist, center, exhale, relax. Last time, lift, twist, center, exhale, relax. Hands relax down by your sides. Pull your knees into a bent position, feet towards your bottom, and windshield wiper your legs. Those are some fun little spirals, right? You're like, no, they're not. Sorry. Now, we're going to skip our single leg kick here today, but we are going to do our double leg because it involves a spiraling of the neck and shoulders. So bring your hands behind your back, resting your hands on your sacrum. Stack your hands. Good. From here, you can keep your hands pressing into your sacrum to lift your heart and lift your chest. Elbows go back wide. And as you do that, you lift the feet and you look straight down at your mat. As you exhale, bend both feet towards your bottom. Place one cheek on the floor and pulse. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press 1, 2, 3. Inhale, lift. You alternate cheeks as you exhale, come down and pump the legs in. If you want to add the spiral of the arms, clasp your fingers, spiral those chest muscles open, and then bring your hands into that bent position behind your back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, lift. Spiral that neck around. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, lift. Exhale, spiral. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, lift. Feel those arms spiral. And 1, 2, 3. Press the hands to the floor. Put the feet on the floor. Take yourself back to child's pose for a moment. Now, some of you here are like, oh, my lower back needed that stretch. So just be there for a second. It's okay. Breathe there. Let yourself relax. Good. And then meet me in hands and knees position. So leg pull front and those sorts of things are very hard to do in a spiraling motion. So I'm going to keep you on your hands and knees today to get the spiral, but still work the same muscles we would in those exercises. So from here, taking your left leg out and your right arm out. As you bring your left foot up off the floor, take your right hand back and around as if you were going to reach for that left foot and then pull back up and through. Knee comes forward, hand comes forward. As you press the left leg back, take the right hand back and then forward. Take it back. Bring the knee and hand forward. Take the left foot, right hand back and forward. Good. Settle that down. Let's try that on the other side, and then we're going to spiral it more. So take the right foot back, left hand forward. So you know which side you're working. So now go ahead and lift the right foot. Take the left hand back, reaching as if you were for that inner thigh, and then pull knee and hand forward. If wrists are an issue for you, try to do some reps. Try to strengthen your wrist, but then when your wrist is like, I give, you can always come to your fist, or you can even do these on your elbow. Okay, you'll still get the spiral of the spine to be on your elbow. Good. Reach, pull through. One more time. And pull through. Now, come back to the left leg being out. And the right hand is going to reach out. This time we're going to spiral in so that the elbow comes towards the knee. And then as you extend, I want you to not just extend, but I want you to extend to the opposite corners. So reach for the corners with the foot and with the hand. Exhale, pull in. So it's almost like you're drawing an X or a diagonal line. Into the center, out to the corners. Into the center, out to the corners. 2 more times. Out to the corners. Exhale, pull in. And inhale to the corners. Rest. You need to come back, shake the water off your hands, and then reset. Really spread those fingers, middle fingers pointing square forward, thumb, forefinger, pinkies press in. Use your entire upper body. And then you're going to take your right leg out, left arm out. Now, lift that foot. As you inhale, you prepare here. Find your length. Then exhale, pull elbow into knee, right there under your belly button. Inhale, then expand away from the belly button to the far corners. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, lengthen away. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, lengthen away. Exhale, pull in. Lengthen. Exhale. Lengthen. One more time. And lengthen. And come back to center. Good. Go ahead and sit back. Shake the water off of your hands. You guys feeling okay? We're going to come to the side. We are going to come on our knees to the side, I should say. So we're going to work into both sides. So first take one foot out. Good. You can mirror me. So that would be your right foot. And then bring your arms out or even touch your shoulders if that brings less stress into your shoulders. We're going to take your right elbow towards your right thigh and then look up at the left. Come back through the center. You can do this with a straight arm. You'll touch down there close to the ankle. But again, if the long arms are not feeling amazing to you, you can shorten your lever. So we laterally flex and look up. Come back through. One more time. Come back up through. Now we're going to add to this. So this time do have your arms open and ready because we're going to come into a contra angle here, or a counter stretch. So coming into this lift, looking up at that hand. Now watch that hand travel towards the floor. As it touches the floor, your floor leg now comes up and you just reach, right? Pull it back around and through. Take your big stretch over the long leg. Watch that hand come back to the floor. Let it connect on the fingertips is fine. And then reach for those far corners. So you'll do a little bit of a twist on that leg that's on the floor. You'll feel your hip go from a side position to almost a front twist, right? As you spiral the belly button towards the floor. Nice and steady breathing here. Use your speed. Do whatever feels good, okay? Just avoid flinging. So think about all of this core, the belt and corset of the waist, controlling the precision and flow of your movement. Make sure you're using that head as well. Good. Let's try that on the other side. So take any weight off of your knees there for a moment. Extend now your other leg out. Arms can go long, or for this first set, you can go arms short because we're going to keep it right here at just the lateral flexion. Now, think, get taller, taller, taller to tip, more than scrunch my waist and shove my elbow down. Okay, so think tall, tall, tall to tip. This is where you can sing, I'm a little teacup. Make sure you're looking up at the ceiling as you flex. Look up. Good. One more time. And then arms long. Going to add the counter. So first come into that bend. Now watch that hand float to the floor. Plant it out there. Pivot up. Pivot around. Spiraling. Bring it back through. Up and over. Good. Find your breath. You might find that one side is a little more pleasant and another side is asking for a little more attention. Try to approach that with a non-judgmental attitude. Just be a student of your body. Acknowledge where it says, hey, I need a little bit more love right here. Just send some breath that way. Maybe today while you're working or living life, you just take a few moments and give that side a little extra stretch, or maybe some reps of strength to help it feel balanced to its partner. I do a lot of like standing Pilates work in my kitchen when I'm waiting for tea kettles to boil or hot water buckets to fill for dishes, etc. I also do 50 reps of something every time I brush my teeth. It just happens to be like a perfect couple minutes to brush my teeth as well. I'm weird, I know. All right, reach long, last time here. Pull it up and through, and then down. Good job. So, I'm letting you out of standard Pilates push-ups today. This is where everyone can cheer, because we're going to do some spiraling work. This is where you might miss Pilates push-ups. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to show you a wall option as well once I show you the floor option. Or actually, let everybody join me at the wall. If you can find a wall or a dresser or even a table, something that you can hold on to, meet me there, okay? Just for a smidgen, because if you can find it with the support of the wall and as less gravity as possible, then once we take it to the floor, you'll feel a little bit more control. So taking it to the wall, if wrists are an issue, diastasis recti, I don't recommend you doing this on the floor yet. Not forever, just yet. We got to heal you properly. But if you're on the floor, you're going to be kind of on this diagonal. So where you have a little bit of weight in your hands, fingertips are fine. You're going to spiral your right hand back and around to scoop the outside of your left ankle. And this arm is getting a beautiful armpit stretch. I'm going to come back up and through, snaking the spine, planting the hand, and then exhale, drawing the abdominals up and in, up and in, up and in. I'm going to twist and pivot and pull back through. Okay? That's with support. You can be holding onto a table, the back of a sturdy chair, a dresser, a wall, whatever. If you want to do this on the floor, it's basically a high plank with a twist or a twisted down dog, etc. It becomes snake eventually in Pilates land. All right, so you'll be here. Let's make sure those feet are actually a little wider, perhaps, than usual, so you feel balanced. You're going to kind of push yourself back into that down dog sensation and then twist. And grab a hold of that ankle and then come forward, high plank. Exhale, draw the abdominals up, 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 up towards the spine. Reach for that foot and then come back through plank. Aren't these fun? So no matter where you are, wall or floor, make sure that you feel this beautiful spiraling. It's not just in the spine as you twist, but you should feel it through the arms. Like here, your arms spiral into a rotation, spiral into the counter rotation, right? And then you can feel the spiral of the spine as you twist under, grabbing a hold of that opposing ankle, maybe even kind of pull it in a little bit, accentuate that twist. Good. If you really want to be sassy, because who doesn't? As you pull through, you can actually drop your rails of your feet to point to one side of your mat. You kind of press your heart up and through. And you can sit on that hip or hover it. And then you'll press back, twist, come into the high plank, but then drop into the rails of the feet and pull the heart through. Hover the hip to the floor, press up and away, twist, come back to high plank, drop into the rails of the feet, lift the heart, hover that hip, and press. Oh, now we're talking. Now we're talking. I love these, by the way, all day long. But I like to spiral. It feels connected to our like primal human movement. right? Make sure you take that hand back and then spiral. And then if you really wanted to get sassy, you guys can keep doing that, what you were just doing. We've got a couple more minutes here. Take a break for a second if you want to put like all of that together. So you're like, wait, how do I do this on the wall? So on the wall, again, you can take your spiral back, your big stretch. As you come up, you can actually come up onto the toes, lift the heart, but you're not going to be able to do the twist as well. You'd almost need to bend one elbow then the other. And you can do that if it feels good. Feel free, okay? But that's about all you're going to be able to do on the wall. If you're down here on the floor and you just successfully did the twisted dog to the twisted up dog, which is kind of like our snake twist in Pilates, then maybe we add a side bend. It looks like this. So high plank, twist back into your dog. I don't care which hand goes back there. Just make sure you alternate. And then plant the hand, take your snake twist, being on the rails of those feet. Now, can you take your high hand away, right? And then side bend up and over. Come back through, plant that hand. For me, it's my left hand. Come back to your toe bases. Go back to your down dog. This time, my right hand's going to reach back and touch my ankle, left ankle. Plant your right hand, high plank. Come into the rails, toes pointing right. Drop the left hip towards the floor, lift the heart. Now tell the left hand to take the weight as you pull your left hips up and away. Side plank, then pull those left hips up even higher to right side bend. Come back through, plant the hand. Come back to the toe bases, down dog. Right hand goes back to the left ankle. Right hand plants, high plank. Rails go to the left. Pull the heart forward. Now engage the right rib cage. Push your weight into your right hand, side plank, up and over, side bend. Go ahead and spiral, pivot, left hand back to the floor, pivot your toes, down dog, left hand to the right ankle, left hand back to the floor, left hips to the floor, toes to the right, lift the heart, engage the left hips up, side plank, right side bend, reaching up and over with the right hand, bringing the right hand back around and through to touch the floor, come to your knees, come to child's pose. How'd you do? So that's a lot of movement there, spiraling through. So stay in child's pose for another minute or two. It's hard for me to talk to you in child's pose, so I'm just going to be up here. But I want you to take a few deep breaths in and out. And really just feel any tension that is in your rib cage, in your core, and definitely down into your hips. See if there is tension there, and if there is, let your breath soften that space. Let it dissolve and melt away as you breathe in and breathe out. On your next inhale, lift your head, walk your hands back towards your legs. Go ahead and pivot around to sit. Right here where we are, just stack your legs to the left or to your right, it's fine. Go ahead and walk your left hand out a little bit towards the end of your mat. Take a nice, beautiful side bend up and over. Come back through. Pivot the legs around to mermaid tail on the other side. Walk the fingertips out. Find that nice triangle under the side body. And then up and over with the top side body. And then come back through the center. Take a nice deep breath in. Let your legs settle. And then you are all done for today. So I will see you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock for bar. We are going to sweat a lot, guaranteed. And then Saturday, we are doing Gateway to the Lungs, 9:45. Stay tuned to the Facebook page, Instagram page for updates on the schedule as I navigate my return to work. So we might need to go to just 3 classes a week or whatnot, just because I need to put in so many hours a week there as well. So I'll keep you posted, okay? Just bear with me. And then let me know if you have any recommendations or suggestions, like which days would you want to stick with, like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, because I think I need to go to 3 days per week. Do you want Pilates, yoga, bar? And we'll see what we can do. So drop that in the comments for me, please. Let me know what you prefer when it comes to, you're welcome on those modifications, ladies. Let me know which 3 mornings you would prefer that you vote for. I can't obviously please everyone, but I'm going to go with like majority votes. And yeah, we might need to start at 7:30 as well. We'll see, but we'll do what we can do. Okay. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Have a beautiful day.